Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Northern Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Northern Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Oh, I didn't see that. Hello there, everyone. I am not Heather. I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Ebony, and I am the Hale Princess's favorite and only kitty. And today, it is, what day is it? It's Wednesday, right? And I'm terrified of people, so I'm just gonna pretend y'all look like my mom. Okay, let's do this. Here are our weather headlines. Gotta make sure I press the clicker. Okay, so Maytober is continuing for today. We're once again going to have another spring-like severe risk across the southern part of the United States from Louisiana eastward into Alabama, and basically, yeah, that's it, I think, for today. And tomorrow, that risk will move on to the east, where the southeast will see that chance for severe weather. And then, if you haven't already noticed, we are in costume, and that's going to continue for the rest of the week. And if you haven't already, please go and vote for our Boss Man's video costume for Halloween. That will be on Friday. There are a few choices to choose from, and that link is below in the description. Go vote. It's going to be hilarious no matter what you guys choose. So we do have a few events coming up. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to get that spot because I have to look perfect. Okay, so we have the OU Texas Tech tailgate coming up on Saturday. It's going to be the tailgate begins at noon, then the game begins at 2:30 p.m. We'll have free food, free beer. It's always a fun time, so make sure you go down to Norman this Saturday on October 30th and hang out with us. It's always a perfect time. So let's get on to our next event. Like I said, Derek needs a costume. He's doing the forecast on Friday. You can choose from either T-Rex, Walter White, or Flo from Progressive. This is my absolute favorite right here. So yeah, make sure you vote. Again, he will be doing the forecast on Friday the 29th. So you still have a few days to vote for that. So if you haven't already noticed, we are in October. We're nearing the end of the month, and that means we are closing in on Halloween. And happy Halloween, because it's the Hale Palace, right? So that's something that looks like me on top of the roof there. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in the making of this beautiful graphic made by my mommy from scratch. So Halloween is going to be this Sunday on October 31st. And there's another little mini-me. Again, no animals were harmed in the making of this graphic because they're clip art and not real animals. So let's get into yesterday's storm reports. We did have some scattered hail and wind reports across parts of southern Nebraska down into Kansas, Oklahoma, down into Texas, and we also had a few tornadoes happen early this morning, and unfortunately it looks like there was a pretty damaging tornado in Orange, Texas, and that crossed into Louisiana. So prayers go out to anyone affected by any of these storms, but especially that major one that happened this morning. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Two of these reports, here are the tornado reports once again, and some scattered wind reports about, and some hail reports across the western part of Oklahoma and into Texas, and then again more scattered reports from western Kansas northward into Nebraska. So not too crazy of a day yesterday, but there was still some action that happened. So across the United States at this time, we do have a lot of precipitation from basically the eastern Dakotas southward into eastern parts of Nebraska, down into Kansas and into Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, you're in the clear. It's just a little bit chilly out there right now, but also you're in on the rain. And the severe weather is down here crossing into Louisiana. Let's zoom on in. We have a very potent line of storms crossing into Louisiana right now. I'm not sure if that tornado warning is still in effect, but there was a confirmed tornado just to the north of Lake Charles. There is a tornado watch out until 4 p.m. Central Time for the areas basically shaded in yellow as this line moves its way on to the east. And we're going to zoom in here just really quickly. Again, there was a confirmed tornado just to the north of Lake Charles, and that's moving on to the east. So if you're really in most of Louisiana today, make sure you keep an eye to the sky and stay tuned to your local news stations. National Weather Service have your radios ready to go. You don't want to be caught off guard. And then we do have a little system turning off of the eastern coast. We gotta watch this just for fun's sake, I guess. It's not expected to impact in terms of severe wind or anything. It's going to be moving on to the east. It could, though, become a named storm, although it should be subtropical in nature. And yeah, that's all she wrote for that. So let's take a look at our current temperatures across the United States. Pretty cool across most of the United States. 51 in Wichita, 50 in Casper, a little bit cooler as you head to the northwest to Casper. And then I see something in the... I want to play... Oh, I must play... Ooh, you got a fish. Whoa! Okay. Okay, that's all for the fish. Oh, I'm very excited. I really like that fish. My God, that's like one of my favorite toys ever. Okay, back. We gotta stay focused, you guys. We got stuff to do. Mom will kill me if I mess this up. Okay, so we got some warmer temperatures down in the south. A little bit cooler in Dallas, 69. That front's pushing on through now. Warmer though as we get into New Orleans, 82. You're still ahead of that cold front, so it's warmer ahead of that system here as you get along the Gulf Coast states. And in terms of dew points, pretty much the same story ahead of that cold front. It's really moist, really unstable, pretty sticky 70-degree dew point as we get into New Orleans. Pretty dry though elsewhere across the United States. So here is our forecasted Cape. We do have some instability ahead of that cold front. This will be the fuel for those storms to continue to stay strong and severe as it moves on to the east. As we get later on into this afternoon and evening, the instability will continue to move on to the east. So we got to watch New Orleans within the next 4 or 5 hours as those storms will start to impact you guys. And then getting on into later on in the evening, the instability will start to drop off a bit, and the severity of those storms should lessen a bit as well. But hey, anything can happen. Mother Nature is always full of surprises, and a little bit of instability will move on to the east as we get into the middle of the night. So it could be a pretty busy day here at the Hail Palace. And it's mostly going to be wind. Now I want to show this. This is the significant hail model. You can see with these colors here, the hail sizes, if any happen today, should remain below severe limits. It's going to be more of a wind threat. And as we march on through the day, you can see those colors are not that impressive. So again, hail below severe limits is possible, but in terms of severe hail, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of that today, and that trend will continue as we get into the overnight hours. Not a whole lot of hail, if any. So sorry guys if you're looking for any severe hail. So here we go for the future radar. Again, this is just one particular model. My tail is just okay, there we go. There we go. We have a line of storms that's going on right now. This is at noon again, one particular model, one run of this model. It's going to continue to move on to the east here as we get through the afternoon. Again, I mentioned New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi. We got to keep an eye on you guys as this storm reaches you guys. This is at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then as we get later on into the evening, that line will continue to move on to the east. We got to watch the eastern parts of Mississippi, and then just to the east of New Orleans, maybe Mobile, Alabama by 9 p.m. Central Time. And then that will continue to move on to the east as we get into the overnight hours. So like I just mentioned, unfortunately, yours truly is not expecting any severe hail today, but we are expecting a good amount of wind with this line of storms. Up to 70-mile-per-hour gusts are possible. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some stronger gusts with this line of storms moving on it to the east, especially from Alexandria down to New Orleans, where I think the strongest part of this line is. We could see some isolated severe gusts as far north as Little Rock, Arkansas, and Jackson, Mississippi, eastward to Mobile, Alabama. You guys can see up to 70-mile-per-hour gusts as well. And I think by the time it reaches Mobile, Alabama, it really just depends how much energy is left. So we shall keep an eye on that to see how strong those wind gusts get. And I know Mommy always has trouble with these graphics getting moved forward, and I guess it passes along to the fur baby. So, but yeah, we got it going now. So this is tomorrow morning. That system will continue to move on to the east. Here is that cold front. So if you're waking up in Birmingham, Alabama tomorrow, you may be waking up to some storms. Same deal in Atlanta, southward into Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to zoom in a little bit to the area of concern. This is 9 p.m. tomorrow morning. That activity will move on to the east. And then as we get that heating of the day, those storms will start to fire up once again. So from Jacksonville southward to Miami, maybe as far east as Wilmington, North Carolina. We got to keep an eye on you guys for that severe wind chance, and you can see some stronger cells may fire up as we get later on into the evening. And then that will push on to the east here as we get into the overnight hours and make its way off the coast by daybreak on Friday morning. So could once again be a pretty busy day in terms of wind. Yes, wind. Yours truly, the coolest, prettiest kitty in the whole wide world, because I said so. No severe hail is expected tomorrow either, but we do have that wind risk. 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts are possible from basically most of Florida eastward into southern Georgia and the Carolinas. So let's take a look here. Got Miami, a pretty low chance. I think the better chances will be from Jacksonville to Tampa, and a lower chance in Tallahassee. That will be at the beginning of the morning tomorrow, and that will be moving on to the east as we get throughout the day. Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, as well as Wilmington. You guys do have that chance to see severe winds tomorrow. So let's take a look at our future jet stream to see if there is, sorry, I keep, there's still something on my, I can't get it right now. Darn it. Okay, fine. here we go. Here's the future jet stream here. This is the system that is causing all the severe weather right now. It will be moving on to the east as we get into tomorrow morning. So once again, Florida into parts of southern Georgia and into the Carolinas. You guys are in line for severe weather tomorrow. But then that system will be moving on to the east, and the front will be moving off the coast. So we should be waking up on Friday with very little or no severe weather, and we'll be relatively quiet for our weekend. We do have another system that'll be moving in south from Canada, but doesn't look like any severe weather will be happening with that. Some winter weather, though, may be possible in the northern plains. So Montana, maybe into Wyoming, maybe a little bit of snow. No major systems, I don't think. Just white stuff. You know, stuff I don't like to go in because I'm an inside cat. I don't go outside. It's too scary. But yeah, as we get into the rest of the weekend, I'll continue to move on to the east. So that's all I have for you today. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And other hand. And I go, do the tail thing 'cause I'm a cat, So yeah, but make sure you follow us on all these platforms. And if you have any questions, concerns, or you just want to say hi, make sure you call us at 855-334-4245. You can email us at info@hailtrace.com and check out the website for Hailtrace, my mom's wonderful company, at www.hailtrace.com. And I am yours truly, Ebony K, the prettiest kitty in the whole wide world. Not just because my mom says so, I really am. And I hope that you'll have a great rest of a perfect, wonderful, beautiful day. Okay, thanks. Bye.